Happy Party Monday. Thumbs up. Okay, let's go. Boo, 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 boo. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. Alrighty. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm having a very good day so far. What's exciting that happened today? Nothing really. Nothing really that exciting, but it's here. It's Monday. It's time to do some painting, which is fun. Ooh. No plans really for what's happening right now. I just decided this was going to happen. G'day, Neshland. Match fixer. No, I didn't back it, but as I've sort of discussed before, we've got four, five dudes in our game group that play on a Tuesday night, so usually solid odds that one of us has backed it. Something. So yeah, does backed it, and we played it on the weekend. It was pretty fun. Um, Probably rated about 7 for me after I thought about it for a few days. It was a well integrated app, and actually one of the things that Daz and I had talked about before we started playing was whether the app was going to integrate well or not, and yeah, it did, which is cool. Really seamless. Um, but yeah, it was just a game. Oh, Iron Ant, g'day mate. Thanks for the raid, champion. Uh, G'day, Josh Tendo. Normally I'm really well prepared for raids, but I haven't really got much going on tonight. So, g'day, mate. So have a watch of this, friends. It's something I did the other week. Caps is fine, Josh Tendo. G'day, mate. No, it's not the Crusader. Well spotted. Uh, Lady of the Lake, I'm gonna guess. Rough Turtle, I actually do not have an art background, no. I started painting miniatures back in school when I was playing Warhammer, and I've just continued doing that up till now. No art background. I just have just enjoyed painting models for a long time, and when you do something for a long time, you tend to improve. But there's a lot of great information out there, these days that you can track down from miniature painting, about how to improve miniature painting. This is a dude called Kitsuru Otoko or something like that. It's from a friend of mine's line. It's called Veiled Lamp Miniatures. You can check it out. So yeah, we're just mucking around and trying to figure out a plan for how to paint him because I haven't really got one. Oh, thank you, mate. Yeah, no, the extent of my art background is grade 6 or 7 art. That's about that's about all I got. Ah, hello there, Nicky Jaguar. But as I said, mate, I've done a number of classes with people over the last few years that have really helped. A lot of those people have had backgrounds in it, so I sort of absorbed a fair bit of knowledge from them, but I don't have a background as such. Yeah, there's actually quite a few of us, Josh. I don't do I don't do that much Warhammer every now and then. I mean, last year I painted all of Curse City on stream and did quite a few Underworlds warbands, and I think this year I'm probably going to do a 40k model of some description because it's been a while since I painted one. But yeah, there's a lot of good Aussie streamers. Most of the time, they stream at different times to me because I don't know the ones that do stream at the same time as me because I am streaming and I don't go and find it. But I'm sure they're great. Probably. Probably not. They're rubbish. But it is a great community, mate. There's lots of really good people in the old Warhammer Twitch community. Just in general on Twitch, actually, it's a really neat community. That I've got a lot of time for. The display painting scene is really welcoming. I started this year and a half ago, and yeah, everyone's been super welcoming and rating each other, and you know it's great. I try and raid other painters where I can, help them grow their little space. Has it made me a better person streaming? Probably not. I certainly would say it hasn't made me a worse person. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I think that's probably a fair statement. I mean, looking back when I first started, Flick um, jumped on and offered to help me set up bits and pieces on my stream that I didn't know how to do, and that was really awesome. Mini Den's been super welcoming every time I've sort of talked to him. Jan, Jan's been awesome every time he pops in here and has a chat. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So I don't know. It's a hard question to answer, but that's certainly made me want to help other people. Yeah, matey, that's my mate Sebastian. He's also based in Australia. Well, he's a very well-known miniature painter, put it that way. Very, very, very well known. If you go back far enough, he was probably the best painter in Australia for a long, long time. Not at all, mate. You open yourself up to questions of all types, and sometimes you handle them well, and sometimes you don't handle them well. I have a vivid recollection of a dude came on and talked about um, women in a derogatory fashion, and I didn't respond as I would have liked, um, because I was so taken aback by it. I was like, "What the fuck?" But then, yeah, one of the other members on the stream jumped up and responded, and I sort of was able to use that as a little learning opportunity. And I think next time someone reacts in that way on the stream, I'll handle a little better. But it's all about learning, mate, improving life in general, isn't it? So to answer your question, yes, streaming has definitely made me a better person, and the welcoming community has been a part of that. Yeah, Seb's Instagram is legit. Oh, mine. Thanks, mate. Got yeah, pretty veiled lamp. Veiled lamps is. Yeah, I got a pretty big backlog of little toy soldier works that I've done. So on you, Josh. Enjoy. Where are you based, mate? I'm in Brisbane. Ah, lovely. There's a lot of good painters down there, mate. So hang around here and you'll meet a few of them eventually. Oh, I'm taking a week off work next week. Just a little cheeky holiday. I hadn't really planned it. I'm not really doing anything. Oh, did ya? Awesome. I'm in Chermside if that's anywhere near where you used to be. Not really east, more north, but yeah, Nudgee Way or something. Petrie? Petrie's north, son. I grew up in Petrie. Well, I grew up in Strathpine and Kalanga, but I used to go to Petrie all the time. Hey, Mittens! Did you buy those shoes? Moon River? What's that song? Yeah, mate, the old Strathpine Shopping Centre was my stomping grounds when I grew up. I went to Dacabin State High School up on the north side. Went to Undurba State School. Used to play touch football out at Redcliffe. How's it go? Is it a song I'm gonna know? Dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. I know you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for Moon River. That's all I got. Nah, definitely don't know it. Definitely got no idea. I apologise. You get a second crack. Have another shake. Nope, still haven't seen Encanto. I had the footy on the weekend, which we watched. And yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, watching a couple of shows at the moment. Moon Knight's unreal. So I'll get around to it, mate. I promise. You have my solemn vow that I'll definitely watch it. I lead a busy lifestyle, mate. You got to remember that. It's a lot of models to paint. Yeah, I've got plenty of time next week, so my girlfriend's heading off to Perth for the weekend. So maybe me and Hugo can watch it together. A little bro date watching Canto. Haha, there you go. Yep. That is all my area. Played Strathpine Swans, AFL, Pine Rivers Bears. Played touch football there for heaps. It's awesome. I don't think I watched it in Spanish, mate. I don't speak Spanish. You do? I got a little bit. I got Buenos dias. I got gracias. I can't really remember too much else. It's been like 4 years. Ah, my friend in 2019, my girlfriend and I went to Lisbon in Portugal, and we stayed there for about a week, and then we drove across to a small town called Merida, and we spent a night in Merida, and then we drove down to Seville, and we spent a week in Seville, and we also went down. There's a small island area called Cadiz. We went to Cadiz for a day, which was cool. We didn't get to Seville. Sorry, we didn't get to Madrid. We sort of had planned to maybe go up one day and spend a couple of days in Madrid, but we didn't end up. We decided we're going to go there um, next time. Next time, spend a bit more time in Madrid. But Spain was wonderful. I loved it there. Very, very beautiful. Awesome to drive around. Yeah, fantastic. We did. Yeah, we had some fried fish on the beach. It was cool. Very fun. Yeah, it's a nice little place, but yeah, this may sound a little bit uh, arrogant, but we in Brisbane we live very close to some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, like unbelievable beautiful beaches. And so every time we go somewhere in Europe where they're like, oh, check out the beaches, they're amazing. You go to the beach and you're just like, okay, so this is the top shelf, is it, in the old Europe? Wow, it's it's chalk and cheese. The beaches in Australia are literally the best in the world, in my opinion. I haven't been to Bora Bora or any of those places, but I've been to a few. So Cadiz was a lovely time that we enjoyed, but it wasn't that impressive. Manly Beach is incredible, yes. Um, but yeah, you could rattle off 15 beaches in Australia, and they'd be in the top 20 beaches in the world probably. Ah, there you go. Here, let me show you. So this is where this is about 35, 40 minutes from me. Um, like uh, pretty much. Uh, yeah, there's just beach after beach after beach that's like that. I mean, you can go anywhere. Mooloolaba great. Noosa's great. Yeah, the Whitsunday. Yeah, and then the further north you go, the more incredible they are. I mean, just in Brisbane, they're really beautiful. But then you go to like the Whitsundays, and it's unbelievable. I've been up there once. Incredible. Yeah, the further north you go, the more pristine and crazy it is. No sharks and no spiders, probably. G'day, Snick Son. I went and did a 2 day painting um, uh, class with a wonderful painter. His name's Rafael Pica from Massive Voodoo. I was in Germany and I went and did a couple of days with him, and it was an incredible experience. Anyway, the reason I say this is I was like, oh, Rafa, you should come out and you know come and teach in Australia. You'd have an amazing time. The beaches are beautiful. And he absolutely refused to even entertain the idea of coming to Australia because of the perception that he had of Australia, where you just get attacked by spiders and sharks everywhere you go. He thought there was spiders just jumping out to get you, which, to be fair, there is, but not that many. You know, get used to them. Now it's fascinating how much Europeans think our everyday lives is ruled by the wildlife here. certainly the case in the rural areas, and you know you got to be aware of. Salad bun, well, uh, drop fest. Yeah, no, Townsville. We went to the was it the Strand? It's not much of a beach there, but I travelled over to Magnetic Island, mate, which is literally just across the thing on a ferry. It's pretty impressive there. A couple of lovely beaches on Magnetic Island. Yeah, we did a school trip at Morton. It was pretty great. Pretty great. A couple of times, mate. It's not really my bag, as you know. Snick Sun. This bust is from Veiled Lamp Miniatures. It's called Moonface. That's not called Moonface. It's called Shat Katsuro Toko, the Moon. I have not ridden a motorbike. No, I have no real desire to do so. Ah, g'day, Jared. G'day, Tip Top. Thanks for the subscription, mate. I give kudos to anyone who can ride a motorcycle. Did you just say Milford to return for the Knights? Is he going to play for the Knights? Okay. I didn't know he was. I didn't know he had a contract. I thought he was just done. G'day, Jan. Oh well, it'll be interesting to see. Uh, People forget with Milford Randall. He in 2015 he was basically the best player in the competition, and it's only because Ben Hunt dropped the ball that the Broncos didn't win, and because of a bit of freakish play from Michael Morgan and Jonathan Thurston. Like the Broncos were within 10 seconds of winning a premiership off the back of an unbelievable season from Milford. And then Wayne Bennett leaves, crazy circumstances. Anthony Seibold comes in, the club goes to shit, and he gets lumped with it. It's a bit of a stitch up, really. And people forget a couple of years later the Cowboys made it to the grand final, and everyone was like, "Oh, the Cowboys are awesome," and yet they'd finished in eighth place only because the Bulldogs beat the Dragons or something ridiculous like that. Otherwise, they would have missed the finals, and everyone forgets about that because it was like, "Oh, they made it all the way to the grand final, fairy tale run." Mate, they're fucking lucky to be anywhere near it. Mate, if you're using Windsor and Newton and they're Series 7, they're my preferred brushes. I have some over here, but not many because I stopped being able to buy them for a while. But I used them for probably 15 years and never had a problem. Because I couldn't get any, I had to switch over and I've gone to a Raphael brush, which is called a Raphael 8404. And they're pretty good. I've got quite a few of them sort of here that look like this. Kalinsky Sable. But I prefer the Windsor and Newton. They had just a bit more snap than these ones. Dave Dog, yes, indeed, I have been interviewed by Vincent Venturella, the great man himself. You can find said interview on YouTube. We had a wonderful chat. We talked about my approach towards painting miniatures and a few other things. It's quite good. Well, depending on your perspective. The Crusader does not even get a look in, mate. You're killing me. I hadn't even painted the Crusader in that fucking interview. That interview came about 3 months before I started Camelot. And the Crusader was painted after Camelot. You dead set gibberer. Gibberer. I can indeed show you Spider Gwen. We have a little bit of work left to go, but here she is. Spider Gwen, Spider Gwen. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. Got a few little tweaks to finish her off, but yeah, she's going to the raffle for the Nova charity where there's about 800 awesome painters. Um, these ones are called Mikador, but I don't think they're very good because they're a synthetic. They're a white bristle. There's a broken toad, but they're not Australian. They're from the UK. Nothing to do with you. It's personal. Myself and I got some straightening out to do, and I'm gonna miss you like a child misses their blanket. You talk about Tom from Two Dorks, One Brush. He came down to Crystal Dragon a few years ago, entered some pieces, did pretty well. He got a silver, a couple of silvers, I think, and a bronze. He's a good painter. He's an odd cat, though, isn't he? Not that I'm in a position to talk, but well, my friend David, he uses a completely cheap as chips brush for most of his stuff because he's always just like just doing the old stipples. He's got to find what works for you. He is lovely. I got to meet him and Rachel that year. That was nice. That was my first year running the event, as a matter of fact. Don't know if he was streaming back then. Did he really? uh, yeah. Did he get cranky about that? Because I tell you what, I've been kicking myself for that for I reckon 2 years. So that is entirely my mistake because I didn't understand that Rachel had entered that, and so I thought they were both the same person who'd entered them because they had such a similar style. I, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Can you tell him? Can you tell him that I'm an absolute peanut and that that is entirely my fault? Uh, because I didn't understand that it was a different person who'd entered the other piece. I thought they were all his. I didn't realize she'd entered, and I realized this when they asked me to change the names on the Facebook page. So if he's salty at me about that, that's okay. I can cop it. It's my mistake. He's entitled to feel that. But tell him it's entirely my fuck up, and he should come down again, and so should Rachel. Yeah, it's a good question, Jared. I think we've got Fairy up next. And I want to get started on the next big diorama project, but I'm gonna do some painting videos. I think I want to do some how to paint videos of some board game stuff because I can. Fuck man, I'm now kicking myself about that fucking interaction with the great man Tom. Oh well, can't change it now. Nova Jazzart. I'm gonna go to a store soon and buy some makeup brushes. A friend of mine was using makeup brushes for like dry brushing. His name's James Lynchy. He does some really good stuff. Yeah, and he was telling me you just buy a bag of them for like $2 and they just give you a fucking shit ton. Sounds good to me. Hey, what's happening, Kung Fu? Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. G'day, Nat. What's going on your ledge? I hear you got down to the Sydney Painters meet and blew everyone away with your version of this, of which mine is a pale imitation. Everyone should go follow Nat, Eve Lane Studio, on Instagram. The dudes at Artis Opus have this really interesting product that you can purchase, and I don't know if they've just dead set jumped the shark on like their products, but it's a fucking bit of wood. It's a dead set bit of wood, and you buy it and you use it to wipe your dry brushes off with. I don't know if it's special wood or something, but it's just a big chunk of wood, and you buy the chunk of wood for however much, and then when you dry brush, instead of dry brushing off on a wet paper towel or tissue paper or whatever, you use a bit of wood to rub it off. It sounds ludicrous, right? It sounds utterly ridiculous to me. I'm sure it's a great product. I'm glad you had a good time. I think it's awesome that Jim and Jared and Sebastian, all the people who've been involved, have got something like that kicking off. Really cool. Maybe I'm missing out here. Maybe there's an opportunity for me to just go to Bunnings, buy wood, and sell people a piece of wood from Bunnings for the patented Trent Dennison dry brush palette. Maybe that's the ticket. Maybe I've just missed the game. Yeah, crazy. Jared's in here too, no? You'd say hi to Jared. He's JC Paints. Hi, Jared. Well, if you want to see really awesome dry brushing stuff, there's a dude who's been doing it for a long, long time. His name's Bohun. Bohun Paints. He's been around for fucking years. Like, uh, he was winning Golden Demons back when I was working for Games Workshop, which is a long time ago. And he's got a whole Patreon. I don't know if he's still got a Patreon, but he did have a Patreon where he does just dry brushes shit. Yeah, it's just wild. Like, I think people are very, very quick to poo poo techniques. Um, but as is so often the case, when someone knows what they're doing and does something, can make any technique look good. Well, I'm probably going to experiment a little bit with it for this new thing I'm working on, or the new. Well, I haven't started working on it yet, but I'm putting together a plan for how I'm going to approach it for my new video thing. I'm actually going to talk about dry brushing a bit. It is, mate. It's just a dead set chunk. Hey, that's okay. People are paying for it. There's obviously a market. Maybe there's a market for a fridge magnet with Big Dano's face on it. You won't know unless you try. Big Dano magnet. Get them while they're hot. That sounds good, actually. I need to try one. Fuck, for all I know, it could revolutionise my painting, right? Unlikely, but okay. You never know. Is it really banned everywhere else? Why, has it still got asbestos in it or something? Alright, I'll give you the 20 points for free. What's the song? Bleh. Okay, Plank. I don't even know if I can do that song. It's, no, no, you got no, I got nothing. And I will always love you. I will always love you. That's all I got, mate. I will always love you. Sorry, mate. Best I got. Sorry, Josh. Mate, I bet you wish you didn't come back from dinner to listen to this trash. Yeah, disgraceful. Well, I know you haven't been here before, Josh, but I have a points thing you can spend points on, and you can get me to sing a song. It's terrible. I regret it. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other girls can't deny. When a girl walks in with itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Do side bends or sit ups, but please don't lose that butt. Oh, you gonna take me home tonight? Oh, down beside that red firelight. Oh, and you give it all you got. Fat bottom girls who make the rocking world go round. You can make me sing whatever you want, mate. Assuming I know the lyrics. I can't sing a whole song. Don't even know the whole words to half of the songs you asked me to sing. I'm just lucky I can remember a couple. Oh, I definitely do not know the answer to that question, Dave Dog. All I know is that Mikador are purchased from Officeworks. It's where I purchased mine from. I purchased them from there because they are inexpensive. Ah, all right. That one I think I can do. I woke up in the morning light. My brother says, when you gonna live your life right? I'm on a day not the fortunate one. And girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have. That's all they really want. Some fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls, they wanna have fun. I don't know. Everyone's just been asking about him. I think does he really use them for everything he does? Two dorks. Because Dead said Dave uses just trash brushes as well. All right, let's try some weird shit now. Let's get some purple. Where are you, purple? Where are you at? And the working day is done. Oh, girls, they wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have. It's all they really want. Some fun. All right, get some of this purple up here. Yes, love it. Joel Paul, what can I sing for you, mate? Is that bam 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 bam? Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. Dun 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 dun. I don't actually know any of the words other than that. Magenta. What figure was it, mate? Chimera do have a Kickstarter, but it is a very like generic fantasy sort of Kickstarter. Is that all the words? Yes. No. It's a pretty extensive Kickstarter, so I have seen some of it. There's 3 paint sets. There's like a diorama, and there's like 10 dark fantasy figures as well. Robert Carlson, Rogland Studio. Here's the paint set. Ah, okay. Um, that figure was actually released by Chimera 5 years ago. And I know that because I painted a version of it 5 years ago. If I can find it. I think I'd have to scroll through my Instagram. Let's see if we can do that real quick. So I think that's a 35 mil version of that. Uh, it's called Eliumbra and the Hashoma, I think. Uh, you definitely painted the Black Rose Wars version, hmm, the only thing I can think is maybe they sold the rights for the figure for Black Rose Wars. I don't know. Maybe the Kickstarter's linked to Black Rose Wars potentially. I've no clue, but that's definitely a Chimera figure, definitely. And I painted it, and I painted it years ago. How good's Fairy Garden? So good. Yes, still going. I have painted some fucking figures, man. Bit excessive when you look at it like this. Oh, there's me at Monty. Great times. Yes, I sure do. That was my entry for Ever Chosen. It won the store. How great. Oh, I feel like it was around here. No, it was after, it was before that Durgan. I think it's around this time. You've already spent your points, mate. You don't get more free songs. Yeah, I'm a freak of nature. Oh, look, here's a Nurglimy that I painted. How good. That was awesome fun. Smoked it. Just went for fluorescent green everywhere. Oh, yeah, some little, what are those guys called? Stormcast Eternals. So good. All right, I'm sure, sure it's around here. Come on, Dino. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. Man, this is outrageous. Where the fuck is it? I'm sure I've... There it is. When did I paint this? 216 weeks. What's that? 52. That's 4 years ago. I painted that. And it sucks. It's so bad. Oh. Oh dear. If you're still here, Nat, what brushes do you use to do your freehand with, you legend? Mate, that website is a trap. I was like, oh yeah, they look good. Yeah, they look good. I reckon I spent like fucking $500 in the space of about 4 minutes. And I was like, okay, all for little plants and shit, but they're good plants. Good plants. Yeah, so good. Ah, sorry, mate. Last question, I promise. How do you get the super fine freehand? What brushes are you using? It's very impressive. Well, that's mostly just depressing then, um, but probably not surprising really. It's all skill, mate. All skill. I couldn't do that in a million years, even if they gave me the best possible brush for it. But I'll have you on toast in a race. I think I might glue his head on. I'm excited to watch Moon Knight. You know what? If I had waited like 2 weeks to paint this figure, I would have done this guy in all whites so I could make him look like the dude from Moon Knight. How cool would that have been? I'll answer that for you. It would have been so cool. Ah, yes. The dreaded reaction. Every so often, sometimes I use that accelerant and it peels some paint off like this. Usually means I need to replace the accelerant. Hey, thanks. Stevie, happy anniversary for yesterday. Blah, 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 blah. Don't blame me. I'm not the one who gave out the prize. But you can blame me. I'll take it. I deserve it. This is just PVA glue, friends. It'll solve a world of your ills. Pretty much does everything. Monster inside of your head. You made me crazy. You made me crazy. What? Because I just use PVA glue all over it. It's the best. Robbie's hobbies. At this point in time, the answer is yes. Koki and his missus, they're going camping on Easter, and he's managed to wrangle not going camping until Easter Saturday, which means Wednesday night. We should be right for Rebellion, and Friday we're going to play Twilight Imperium. We definitely won't be streaming Twilight Imperium, but we will definitely stream Rebellion on Wednesday night. So it'll be this time. Yeah, yeah, Rebellion. My setup's looking absolutely mint. I'm pumped up for it. It's going to be great. I bought a new toy. It's called a Camlink Pro. And it lets you connect four. All right, see you. See you. Nah, I'm excited to see your Moon Man finished. It lets you connect four, like, cameras, proper cameras, at the one time. Yes, we are using the Rise of the Empire expansion because it makes the game significantly better. Significantly better. No, it's really really good. So the combat in Rebellion is a bit shitty. So the expansion just basically wholesale pulls out all of the other combat and is like, yep, we fucked that up. Do this instead, and it's way better. Um, it feels more strategic. Yeah, it's great, and it adds um, some cool new little pieces. Paulie, it is pretty long, mate. It goes well. Koki and I finish a game in about 3 hours, but we know most of the cards and most of the rules pretty well now. So, um, but yeah, if you were to just start playing it, um, off the bat, it's probably a 4 hour game. I mean, it's still a little bit like that, but you have like it's called cinematic combat. So you have cards that you play that basically benefit a specific type of uh, troops that you've got. So you might have a card that all your X wings um, get an extra hit or something like that. I can't remember specifics right now, but um, and then it'll usually have a secondary effect which affects the other player, and uh, it can be really impactful, but not in a way that is um, like it feels like it's your decision. I don't know what I'm doing with these fucking eyes. Man, they're just fucking doing my head in. G'day, bonjour with the Bix. Yeah, rarely feels like it's a shit ton of time. It really feels super quick normally, but um, yeah, you get um, you get pretty into it. But the best bit is all the cards are named after like Star Wars quotes and shit. So you'll start. There's a card called Fire when ready, which is for your Death Star. You can fire your Death Star and blow up a planet. So usually one of our opening moves is to try and get that card and blow up one of the really important spaces for the rebellion, which is called Mon Calamari, which is where one of the main places they make Mon Calamari cruisers, which are the best ship that uh, the rebels can make. It's fun. I'm pumped for it. Can't wait. Rebellion. Yeah, the board game. Oh man, so good. So yeah, it's a two-player game, and one side plays as the Empire, and one side plays as the Rebels. And the Rebels, there's like um, a whole pile of planets on the galaxy, obviously. And at the start of the game, the rebels choose a secret hidden base. They get to hide their base somewhere, and then the Empire player has to destroy the rebel base. That's how he wins. Um, the rebels have to spend a whole lot of time like fomenting discord across the galaxy, and so they win by achieving a set number of victory points via objectives. Um, and so the Empire has way. It's called Star Wars Rebellion. The Empire has way more troops and way more like board presence. I'll see if I've got some pictures of the game because I've it's fucking bad. It's the best. Here it is. Yeah, it's super cool. So this is me playing Koki. I was the Galactic Empire, and so uh, you get leaders like specific leaders. So you can play as Darth Vader and stuff, and Mon Mothma, the useless fuck. So somewhere on that board on one of those planets, the Rebel base is hidden, and so I've got all my fucking this is my Death Star. And then this guy captured Luke Skywalker, Sun Tfl. Don't even know who that guy is, but he captured Luke Skywalker. It's the fucking best. And then I turned Luke Skywalker to the dark side. It's the best. And the very last turn of the game was the rebel base was either one and two places on Bothawai or Malastare, and I went for fucking Malastare, and it was Bothawai. That was it. Game over. It was so good. Fucking Luke Skywalker, you dickhead. It's so much fun. So we're playing that on Wednesday night, and if all goes to plan, we will be streaming it. I will be streaming it. Koki doesn't care. Yeah, Mon Mothma's good at a few things, but she's not good at anything that really matters. Fucking Mon Mothma, useless fuck. All right, I am feeling very perplexed with this figure. See you, Josh. I am going to put it down. I think. There's a few things I want to continue working on. Like I want to do more patterns. I want to tweak a few other little things, but I think I need to have a break on it because I'm not really sure that it's working. It's a lot of weird colors, but that was intentional. I wanted it to be very Japanese, crazy colors. See you, Nika Jaguar. Now we're probably not going to have a long stream tonight, friends. I'm feeling pretty cooked already. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Now look, I mean, I said on yesterday's stream that I wasn't sure at the start of the stream that I was going to figure it out. And then by the end of the stream, I was like, oh, yeah, this is awesome. Um, and I definitely like it much better than I did. But I think I need to just have a break on it and come back in a few days with fresh eyes, tweak a few little things, and yep. No, the purple was good. The purple was good. Yeah, just brought everything into the same environment. Yeah, helped tweak. which is good. It was actually not contrast. It was hexed lichen. This game air color, very bright, vivid purple. Yeah, it's a good color. They're pretty small, aren't they? I struggle a lot to make stuff interesting that's small. Thank you, Iron Ant. Yes, uh, I did enjoy the Cursed City, but it was a bit of a gimmick, you know. Mind you, I had a lot of fun painting it. That's all that matters. What models are you wanting to paint, mate? That would be the part that I would struggle with. Like, surely Darth Vader can be like magenta, you know, bit of magenta Darth. Come on, son. Open up your wardrobe a bit. Live a little, Darth. Nope. I admire your usage of the word sartorial. Kudos. Yes, paint a bust. Do it. Do it. He would be a good leader for Night Goblin Horde, wouldn't he? Rincewind. That would be fun. Yeah, I mean it's sort of looking relatively close to finish, isn't it? It's really only these little gauntlet things and yeah, just some little tweaks and so forth. So that's good. But I need to really reevaluate the whole piece. Yeah, he looks okay. He looks okay. Oh, wow, we're gonna have a short stream tonight. It's gonna be an hour and a half. Is that short? Feels pretty short. Let's go have a look at who's on. Think about it. Oh yeah, that's the one that's like Battlestar Galactica, or it's supposed to be. Anyway. Yeah, good was it? Yeah. We played uh Battlestar. It's pretty good. Let's go fucking have a boat peep at CHK maybe. What's Mittens doing actually? Oh yeah, she's painting a little dude.
Okay, that's all the tassels, I think. Any more tassels, my dude? Checking.
She's great.
Yep, as long as you have fun.
Let's go raid Mittens.
Video game streams because
yeah, fairy next, Paul. Fairy next. Indeed.
Fair enough. There's less people watching, so less work for you.
Oh.
Okay, let me check.
All right, let's raid Mittens.
It must have some sort of like.
Yeah, it should be fun, mate. Should be fun. See you soon, friends. Have a good night. I will indeed do a Star Wars. I shall war on all of the stars. You're awesome, friends. Thanks for hanging out. See you again soon. Should be a good one on Wednesday.
Pretty like tassels.
Big channel out. Right.
More? Holy shit! Zeno!